So this week on our little vlog, we had a blast. Last week we hung out with Breaking Burrito and gave out a bunch of burritos. I think we gave out like 12 or 13 burritos, doing some trivia and shadow boxing, stuff like that. Trivia one was kind of hard, and then the shadow boxing one got easier. There was a couple people that actually weren't that bad at shadow boxing, so we might have to bring them in here. But let's go to that now and see all that craziness.
There you go.
How we doing?
Not too bad. It's hot out here.
It's very hot. I'm surprised I'm not sweating.
It smells so good though.
Yeah, it is good.
Burritos with like the potato chips on top when you're not in fight camp diet.
Yeah, they're good to go there.
So good.
Okay, so this is how you get a free burrito right here. So there's two ways of getting. You're either gonna shadow box for 15 seconds, or we have a trivia for you guys.
What's a shadow box?
Shadow boxing is like you just move your arm. Alright.
Alright, you got the timer going?
Yeah.
My box. Where's my box?
So like we're not hitting each other. We just like play.
How do I do it?
You just move around. Move around. Alright.
8 seconds left. All right, time.
So
You can either, sorry, you're going to be on camera now.
Okay.
Two options. You can either shadow box for 15 seconds or answer a question about our gym.
Okay. Oh boy.
You're like, I don't know what gym he's at. This could be tough.
Well, okay. I'll answer a question. If I get it wrong, do I have to get a burrito?
No, you don't get a burrito if you get it
shadow
wrong.
box.
Shadow box.
Okay.
Okay.
Shadow box?
Okay. Shadow box.
You gonna do it with her?
So we're just gonna go here. A little fun. So it's like, yeah, making a face.
Boom.
Oh boy. You got it. I did a box. You won. Nice.
There you go.
There we go.
There it is. Alright, good. That's going good, guys. Just like show your skill. Okay.
Nice.
Shadow boxing?
I'll shadow box.
Okay. And go.
Like an overhand.
Oh, this guy wants a free burrito. This guy's trying to get a free burrito right now.
Of course I do, yeah.
I can even see my camera. Okay, why do you like sponsoring these fighters when you can beat them all up all the time?
Say again?
I said, why are you sponsoring these fighters that you can beat up?
Why? Because when I was little, nobody sponsored me, nobody helped me, and I think it's nice if you can help others. And yeah, that's it. Because I want it, because I can, because nobody helped me when I was little. That's why, I just feel it. I just got that thing inside me. I want to help, and I just do it if I can.
Exactly. All right. Can you name 3 boxers? Big time boxers. All right. Mike Tyson.
Okay, one.
Holyfield.
2.
One more.
You got it.
Now I'm on the spot. Oh, man.
5 minutes later.
Said I'm a car guy. I don't know. I think I would got 3.
I'll do MMA.
The first MMA champ in the UFC. God, this hurts my heart.
It's a
burrito. It's a free burrito.
That's a long time ago.
Emotional, damn it!
Okay. So your options now, if you want this free burrito, is You can shadow box for 15 seconds, which I know you can do.
I can't.
Or you can answer a question about the gym.
But I'm gonna make it hard. I'm gonna make it difficult.
All right, I'll answer a question about the gym.
Okay.
All right.
The name of the Next Edge Academy originally was what?
Okay. I think it was just like Next.
No.
Or no, I feel like we've had this conversation before. I feel like that was...
It started with
just the academy.
We teach about 4 things at the gym. What's one of the things we might teach at the gym?
Discipline.
No. Martial arts. Sports.
Jiu-jitsu.
Hey, that's one.
That's like that, man. That's it.
Jiu-jitsu. Okay. I can name 4. Let's do 4. Let's go 4 for 4.
Okay.
No win. Jiu-jitsu. Boxing.
Boom. That's
Muay
2.
Thai.
That's 3.
That's 3. One more.
Just gotta get one more. Put them all together.
Kickboxing.
That's more
We do
time.
kickboxing. Yeah.
That's it? Okay. Perfect. Same, man. Be the last one too, so
So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. We had a fun time with that. It was a lot of fun being able to do some stuff with sponsors. We want to do more of that. Definitely want to do some of the stuff with Avis Landscaping and maybe do something there. I think that could be fun making those guys work. And then also Integrated. I know that we were already in the talks with Crystal. That's Lee's wife, one of the coaches here. She runs Integrated as well. And so they have some of like the salt saunas and vibration beds, all sorts of crazy stuff. So maybe getting to do some of that. So that'll be really fun. The one that I really want to do is Walsh Polygraph. Put these guys under a polygraph and ask them all sorts of crazy questions. So, but the next one we're going to go over is Cheyenne Bowers wants to have another women's program. Here we have a women's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu program, but now she wants to have it focused on MMA with another goal of real-world self-defense. And I think that that's great. That's something we get a ton of asks from corporations around here of like, hey, let's put on a women's self-defense seminar. And my answer every single time, which I feel like we're throwing money away on that situation, is, hey, you know, I love the idea of you guys doing self-defense stuff, but it's also like, it's not like, for me, I equate it to like, hey, an apple today, I'm healthy. Like, no, like that's a lifestyle change that we've got to add into that mix of like, you're eating healthy, you're working out, you're doing self-defense stuff every once in a while, just to stay sharp with those skills. It's not something you have to do all the time, but I feel like it's something that needs to be continually trained. Otherwise, it's just not going to show up a lot of times. And so she's going to start that program, and so we're going to hear about it now. So you've been wanting to start a women's program here at the gym. We already have a women's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu program. What's your addition that you want to do?
I want to build a women's MMA program with a focus on self-defense, even though we've had the discussion of like, you know, a lot of self-defense seminars are like a one and done, so they're not super beneficial. Where I want this to be a weekly class where women can actually come and learn real self-defense techniques through true martial arts like jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, boxing, all that type of stuff.
Yeah. And that's always been my issues. I feel like the biggest part of self-defense, you know, be it like really any combat or striking stuff, anything like that, where you're going into something, the anxiety level gets so high that I feel like none of that, even though if you practice it for a while, it doesn't really compute. Like your first few fights, you're like, oh man, pure adrenaline. And we just can't really think very well, things like that. And so it's hard for me to really sign off on something like a self-defense course. It's like, okay, you do this for 3 hours, and it almost gives that person a false sense of like, I can defend myself. And I'm like, we can't yet. We will be able to get to that point, but we can't yet. Like, and that's, I just don't want there to be that false sense of like security through that, you know? And so that's, I think you would tend to agree with that, right?
For sure. I mean, there's even days now where, you know, I'm fully trained, I'm 6'2" as a pro, but I know for a fact that if I were to get confronted out on the street by somebody your size, like I am running, you know, like I'm not trying to take that fight. And that's coming from somebody who feels really confident in my skills. But it has made me more aware of dangerous situations. And so I'm like, okay, I know there's a wall to this side, so if somebody comes at me from this way, I'm going to have to use my clinch techniques, my wall work from grappling to get out of there versus like an open setting. So it's made me more well aware of my surroundings and my confidence to carry myself through dangerous areas, and just makes me also realize like size matters.
Yeah.
And as a small female, you know, in any situation, if a guy is just a couple inches taller, he's probably going to be bigger, stronger. So I need to figure out my best avenues to get out of that situation safely.
Yeah, and that's like, that is always kind of what I push for, is like, look, this is completely possible. Like I feel really comfortable with you being able to defend yourself against a large majority of untrained men out there. But like I said, yeah, size does matter, where it's like, okay, you get somebody that's like twice your size, that's very difficult. I'm not asking to go against some 400-pound guy that, you know, would be also athletic. I guess that's pretty improbable. Some 7-foot guy that like is 400 pounds, I guess, but I'm like, oh my God. So that, I mean, that's going to be difficult for me, even as a trained person, you know? So it's, to think of that on that same scale is super difficult for me to sign off on somebody being like, yeah, you just, you know, kick him in the nuts, poke him in the eye, and then run away. Like, oftentimes I feel like it's just going to irritate the person more, you know? And so trying to figure out some of that stuff. What's your, you know, we're still kind of working through this a little bit. You know, what's your goal with this? Is to get some women first signed up and then start building that program a little bit, you think?
Yeah, I really want to focus on kind of like the Midwest mom, so to speak. Girls, you know, later teens all the way up. If you can move and you feel fit, like, you're more than welcome to come. You don't need any experience level. And I'm hoping to just build a community of women. I feel like there's a barrier, especially with MMA specifically, where women are like, one, it's for the boys. Mm-hmm. They're sweaty and there's blood and there's all this thing. And I'm like, it doesn't have to be that. You can still train MMA in a relaxed setting, girl talk, all that type of stuff. Get a lot out of it, get a good workout, you know, improve your confidence in your skills, and you don't have to be covered in other people's grossness.
Yeah. And so what's the timeline on this? What are you thinking?
So I'm really shooting for October right now. I'm at the start of a fight camp, and as much as every ounce of me is like, let's get this rolling in a couple weeks, I know that I'll be overwhelmed. And so I'm really pushing to like get everything kind of set up, so that the last few weeks of my fight camp, I can just focus on that. And then once we come back, kind of rolling right into the start of that.
Yeah. And because my thought with this is that really trying to push, you know, because I've thought about this way for years, of like, in the last 10 or 15 years, I feel like fitness has become such a bigger thing in our culture where, you know, where I feel like, okay, there has to be vastly more people working out now and using that. And so like treating this almost as that same kind of thing of like, okay, this is just something that I have to do. It's not I'm going to do this for 6 weeks. And now I'm going to be protected forever. It's like, it's a very diminishing skill if you don't use it quite a bit, right? Yes. And so, thoughts on that?
Yeah, it is kind of like going back to your fitness point. It is the same as, you know, you look at your weekly workout plan, and 3 days a week you're lifting weights. 1 day a week you have yoga. Another day you have a run. It's the same. We just plug it in as another workout. That's going to be more of your cardio conditioning type of focus, and it fits right into your week. So pricing, stuff like that. Yeah, right now, my main goal is to use this as a kind of doorway to the rest of our martial arts that we offer at the gym. So we kind of always have a saying here, like, if money's ever an issue, like, just come talk to us, we'll figure it out. We have plenty of sponsors that are willing to work with us, work with this program, to get you in the door, get gears on your hands, and get training. So right now, the true number is a little up in the air. We look at punch card options, a monthly membership. But again, my main focus is get women in the door, and then, you know, maybe they'll like all the other martial arts, they'll get a normal membership, and then they'll come to everything. So that's where we're sitting at. Yeah.
And on the women's side of things, for the jiu-jitsu side, on Sundays, we don't charge anything. You guys are more than welcome to come in. Like, our goal for the gym side is that, like, if somebody does feel nervous to start doing it, but they want to do it. That's why we have the beginner classes. It's a lot less intense situation for that initial situation. For the women's class, if you want to come into the women's class, we have several women that like they want to do the women's class and that's it, and we don't charge for that. And certainly come in and great. That's the one class a week that you guys get to do. Probably end up doing something very similar on this side. As far as like you talked about the gear, things like that, if somebody did want to sponsor, like a company did want to sponsor that, what's our thoughts towards that?
Yeah, so really the only hurdle we have to get over is getting the gear. So like shin guards, MMA gloves. We're not going to be doing like super hard sparring or anything, but I'm always going to recommend that women bring a mouth guard as well, just to be on the safe side. So those would be the 3 big items that we would need to cover. And, you know, good set of gloves is going to be $20, so it's not like we're paying thousands of dollars for this equipment, but it is still a barrier. So yeah, that's one way anybody in town can help out, you know, and we're willing to bring you in to train if you want to help out with that as well. So yeah. So on the sponsorship side, contact her, contact the gym. We'll have that set up, like I said, probably post her fight situation and go from there. And then the same thing on if you are interested in the program, contact her, contact myself. Like I said, she's really spearheading this quite a bit, and I'm kind of taking a back seat to it because I know that this is something that's she's passionate about and that she wants to improve. So like I said, contact her or contact me, which is probably going to be filtered right down to her anyway. So yeah, I think that's about all I have. Do you have anything else? I always, when I sit down to work on setting everything up, I always think like of how many parents bring kids in to any martial arts, whether it's taekwondo, karate, jiu-jitsu. Like your kid is getting to learn how to throw hands. Like why don't you deserve to learn the same thing? So come in, come have fun, and get training. Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys very much. So thank you very much. I'm really excited for that program. Like I said, I think it'll be really good. Hopefully we can get some good folks. I do think that there's going to be a good majority of those folks that maybe had never the inclination of like, hey, I want to do MMA down the road, or hey, I want to do combat sports, but having that avenue to start it off. I think a lot of folks that when they first start fighting, or when they first start training, didn't have any aspirations of, hey, I want to compete. But then after a while, they're like, I want to. Speaking of competing, we're going to have a competition next weekend, which I'm super sad about because I will be gone on vacation. Not sad about that. I'm going to be on vacation at a water park. We've had that family vacation scheduled for quite a while. And so trying to get coaches in line for that. So we've got a bunch of coaches for that, so don't worry. We also have a lot of competitors. I know, let's see, going down the list, we have Miguel, Peyton, Graham, Peter, Finn, Ella, Chris Anderson, Derek, which I'm surprised at. He's got a new baby at home. Like, man, that's got to be tough. Benjamin Klossman's doing it. Darren, I think this is going to be one of his first ones doing it. Seth, Porter, Lachlan, Monroe, Robert. I think Aiden's going to do this. Aiden's only been training for like a month, right? He did our beginner program, and then now he's like, I'm going to go off and compete. Holy cow. Dan, I think, is going to compete as well. I don't know if Victor's competing. I think he's got another tournament maybe that he's doing. And then also Caleb, I think, might be competing as well. So we're going to have 15, 20 people hopefully in that event, which again, I'm super sad. This is going to be the first tournament that I haven't been able to help coach on the jiu-jitsu side. I feel like that's been in the area. It just so happened to be that I'll be out of town. But like I said, there's, I know Lee should be there. I think Kyle will be there. Cheyenne will be there. Don will be there. So several other black belts that are very well prepared for coaching in that atmosphere. And so like I said, if we can get one coach per mat, because I feel like that's going to be going on the whole time. So hopefully you guys will get the news on how that went in the coming week. We got maybe a couple more days of preparation for that, but then we'll go from there. And then after that, we have LFA in town. LFA is always fun, having the LFA folks here as well. Usually the fighters come in and start training with us on a Wednesday, and that's always, I love it, having other coaches in here, having other athletes in here, just using the gym and making us better. Hope to see you guys next week.